Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. For today's May I Scraplift You, I'm going to be scrapjacking my friend JoJo, who is Cali Beach Girl 64 on Instagram. This is the layout I'm going to scrapjack. This is a photo of her husband. I'm actually going to be using photos of Cinderella Castle in Walt Disney World. So let's see what I can do. Guys, now this video is definitely sped up a lot more than my regular videos, and that's because this layout has a lot of kind of tedious little work that really isn't a lot of action. So I decided to go ahead and speed it up so we didn't have to watch it all. Now, I thought I had this great idea. I cut my 12 by 12 paper in half, I marked a point at 6 inches, and I cut from either side to the 6-inch mark. And that was perfect. It would make my triangle perfect. And it did. Until I decided to trim it so that it would fit with a little bit of a border around that khaki background. And I didn't trim it straight. I trimmed it crooked. So every triangle that I basically cut around as a template following that triangle was crooked. Now, I do end up covering up. You're not going to be able to tell by the time the photos and all of the decorations are on the page, but you know, there it is. So if the triangles being all wonky are driving you insane, don't do what I did and trim down your triangle crooked initially, because otherwise it would have worked out great. So as you can see, the triangles do not line up like they are supposed to, but voila, we throw those beautiful Cinderella Castle photos over top of the joins here, and you're not even going to notice them. I am going to map my photos on some white cardstock just because I want them to have a little bit of a pop off of the layout. Now, JoJo has all kinds of fun things around her layout, and I'm going to put fun things around mine as well. However, I'm not exactly following the types of things she put around her layout. I'm kind of going a little bit rogue. I actually forgot about This Is My Happy Place, this little chipboard piece that I wanted to put on the layout until the very end, and then I had no place for it, so it doesn't get to make it onto the final layout. So I have recently gone through all of my Kill a Kit with Style things and had to kind of reorganize them because they were a ridiculous mess. So everything is kind of, you know, in its place, and I kind of know where everything is, so I'm not, you know, freaking out searching for things. Now, I decided to go ahead and put a whole heck of a lot of Nuvo Deluxe adhesive down on this little rectangle, and I'm going to dump the Oops-a-Daisy sequins from Spiegelman's Scraps right on top of them. Now, I am just pushing the sequins down into the glue so that I can have a good layer of all the shining, shimmering sequins of the Shining Simmering Splendid of the sequins. Okay, your girl's a little tired today. So now I'm going to place this star frame over top of it, and then I am going to get this placed down on my page. Now, I am in the need of big old doilies, and I need to order some because I actually would have preferred to put a doily here along with these frames, just to give it a little bit of a round shape here, but you know, I'm out of doilies. Since I am going big on all of these glued down sequins and beads and bits and bobs right now, I decided to do some more down here. Like I said, the two photos on little angles are making me happy right now, and apparently big old chunks of sequins are making me happy right now too, so I'm going to keep on doing it. Now, I do add on this tag, and I add some fun foam so it can adhere to the background of the paper while it is going over top of the sequins. And then I'm going to grab a little round foam here, and I'm going to shove that in the tag hole. That way my little bow has something to stick to, and it's not like this expansive hole here in the tag with the string with nothing to hang on to. Now this little frame right here I decide to add on to the layout. And there is a tiny bit of an awkwardness on this left-hand side of the layout now, guys. And that is why I really did want to have the big doily down here as well. I feel like it would have balanced out just slightly better and not have put this awkward gap between this frame and the frames up at the top of the photos. But I've committed to it and I am not going back, and I'm not going to, like, you know, not do a layout just because I don't have a doily for it. I'm just going to keep going. So the first time I cut out a backing for the little frame, I cut it out way too small because I really wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So then I am going to recut that bad boy out because, you know, it needs to happen. And then I've got glue all over my fingers. Like it just keeps drying and I just keep rubbing it off. Probably not the best way. I hope it doesn't make little glue boogies on the floor like my ATG does when I, you know, rub the ATG off the page. So I put the frame on there, and then I decide that I'm going to put this little chipboard dream as well. And then this little wood veneer that has "At the Castle" engraved on it. What that's going to do is give me my title. So I'll get that down eventually. At first I used some foam rectangles to place it down, but then I decided that the foam rectangles were a little bit too thick and it was sitting a little, it was just ever so slightly too thick. So instead of using the rectangles, I ripped those off and I used some fun foam instead. And the fun foam is just a little bit thinner, so it doesn't give me as much bulk off of the page. It definitely gives me some lift, but not as much as the regular foam squares did. So this is where I realized I forgot my little chipboard piece, so I'm going to try to shove it in and see if it goes anywhere, but it doesn't. And then that is going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.